all skinny like I put them on a diet.
So today I'm going to be talking about something that a lot of people were discussing about like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I'm just a little late on the trends or whatever. So today I'm going to be talking about not specifically this person, but people like this person. It's Eugenia Cooney. I think that's her name. I'm sorry if I mispronounced it. I've only seen a couple of her videos, and it's not really my cup of tea, not exactly what I would say good entertainment or good anything, really. She seems like a really sweet girl, and I do love her style. I love the way she dresses, but the big issue was how skinny she is. And a lot of big name YouTubers, obviously, like myself, not really, but big name YouTubers were addressing how skinny she's gotten. They've been talking about, boycotting or unsubscribing or encouraging their followers to unsubscribe to her until she gets help, or go tell her that she needs help. And this started getting like the old gears turning in my head, and got me seeing all these videos by other YouTubers telling their followers to go and tell her that she's sick and she has a problem, and she, unsubscribed to her and all these things. It got me thinking about my own journey, my own eating disorder, my own story, basically. And honestly, if you truly believe that if you can get a ton of people to go tell an individual that they're sick and that's gonna make them want to change, you are delusional. Alright? Let me just tell you, telling someone they have an eating disorder really isn't the best approach to them getting better. It would be heart-wrenching and devastating to see and watch such a young person who seems like they portray themselves as a very happy, kind of go-lucky kind of individual, but it would be very sad to see a person like that die because they weren't taking care of themselves. But you pointing the finger at them and telling them they have a problem and that they need to fix it now isn't going to solve the problem. That just kind of makes it worse, or they're just going to brush it under the rug and ignore it. So I'm going to be using Eugenia as the example, but this can be applied to anyone who is very ill and has an eating disorder. So now I want to address, let's say you see someone in your own life like Eugenia who is shriveling away and shrinking away into nothing. How do you show that you're concerned? How do you tell them that you're worried about them and that they could die if they don't do something? You have to be gentle. And there's only 2 people in her life or in anybody's life who's struggling with an eating disorder, and she may not be. She might just have a medical condition. But there are only 2 people in the world who can convince her or anybody to change their eating habits and to get healthy. The first person is themselves. You can't change unless you want to change. You can't begin to grow and move on from something if you can't forgive yourself from it, if you can't let it go, basically. First person is herself. She has to be the one to become aware of her eating disorder. The second person who could possibly change her mind and help her down the path to recovery it has to be someone who has a significant role in her life. For me, it was a teacher in high school. It took someone just showing that they noticed and that they care enough to say something for me to kind of start to wake up, but not all the way. But it takes one person, and it has to be someone with significance. So to all the random YouTubers making videos about her, telling her to get healthy and wake up and all this, guess what? You mean nothing to her. So your words are meaningless to her. Honestly, if anything, if she is ill, if anything, it's feeding the eating disorder. So you gotta be careful. Like, you think you're helping, but you're not. I'm sorry, you're not. I'm sure it comes from a good place, but you're not doing actually any good. If you tell people to go and harass her or unsubscribe to her, you're just feeding the problem. Honestly, a lot of people with eating disorders don't know they have an eating disorder, okay? So you can tell her 101 times she has an eating disorder. She's not going to see it, okay? She's not. Until she's ready to see it. If she doesn't recognize that she is unhealthily skinny, that's her own internal battle. It takes her, you have to wake yourself up before you let random strangers wake you up to something like an eating disorder. I really do hope that she does wake up. If she does have an eating disorder, it's all speculation at this point. I hope that it doesn't take dying for her to realize something's wrong. Some of us have to go through near-death experiences to realize that, hey, I'm killing myself by not feeding myself. So I really hope and I pray that she does, find the strength to look herself in the mirror and say, I have a problem, if she does. And that goes for all people with eating disorders, whether they're hidden or they're obvious or anywhere in between. I really hope that one day you are able to face down the demons, face down the eating disorder, and admit you do have a problem. And as for the whole naturally skinny, there is such a thing as being naturally slim. To the point where you look like a skeleton, that is not natural. So you're not naturally skinny. Something is going on, whether it's deliberate on her part or it's just her body not absorbing nutrients. But people who are going and harassing her, it's not going to help. What is showing love and support and care and being kind and gentle and just letting time let life happen, let life be, and just let her figure it out. Some people have to sink to rock bottom before they can start to climb back up. So, and I'm one of those people. I had to fall as low as I could go before I realized, hey, I have a problem. And guess what? It took me years after I gained weight back before I realized I had an eating disorder 2 years before. So everyone's brain is different and it works differently with everybody. But I want to end with, Eugenia, I hope for your sake that you are making good decisions. And if you're not, know that there are people out there who do care. And that we want you to live the happy-go-lucky life that you portray that you have, and we want you to feel that way inside and out, and to feel and look amazing and embrace life instead of slowly killing yourself. And also to anyone who has an eating disorder or doesn't even know you have an eating disorder, there are people who care. I've never met you, but guess what? I do care. I know how hard and scary it is to feel alone in a world that is chaotic, and you're just trying to hold on to a little bit of life and a little bit of hope. I know what it feels like, and I want to help, and I want to make a difference. And even if it just means changing one person's life or just dropping a little droplet in someone's brain and the gears start turning, that's all I can hope for. That would be awesome. So anyway, I probably rambled on as I normally do without any stopping. So I'm going to stop. I'm just going to end it here. Well, as always, thank you so much for clicking on the video. It means a lot, and I really do appreciate it that you do take a little bit of time to spend your time with me and listen to me, as I said, ramble. And I will see you next time. Bye.